possible that they could come for me because I'm very outspoken about it. But if you ever hear that something happened, that I died, I'm not depressed, I didn't commit suicide, I'm telling you right now that we need to stand up and fight. So just remember, if something happens to me, it's because I've been telling the truth and they don't want that truth to continue going out there.
The Pfizer vaccine is contaminated with plasmid DNA. It's not just mRNA. It's got bits of DNA in it. This DNA is the DNA vector that was used as the template for the in vitro transcription reaction when they made the mRNA. I know this is true because I sequenced it in my own lab. The vials of Pfizer vaccine that were given out here in Columbia, one of my colleagues was in charge of that vaccination program in the College of Pharmacy, and for reasons that I still don't understand, he kept every single vial. So he had a whole freezer full of the empty vials. Well, the empty vials have a little tiny bit in the bottom of them. He gave them all to me, and I looked at them. We had 2 batches that were given out here in Columbia, and I checked these 2 batches, and I checked them by sequencing. And I sequenced all the DNA that was in the vaccine, and I can see what's in there. And you can kind of work out what it is and how it got there, and I'm kind of alarmed about the possible consequences of this, both in terms of human health and biology, but you should be alarmed about the regulatory process that allowed it to get there. So this DNA, in my view, it could be causing some of the rare but serious side effects like death from cardiac arrest. So there's a lot of cases now of people having suspicious
clots are showing up inside people who have recently died. Some embalmers say the clots are found in most corpses these days, and they've never seen anything like it before.
They report the phenomenon started either in 2020 or 2021. They say the clots stand out because they're exceptionally big, at a maximum as long as a human leg and as thick as a pinky finger. The embalmers also say that clots in corpses have become much more common, 50 to 70% of all corpses he works with these days, up from 5 to 10% prior to the pandemic. Some doctors speculate that the spike protein used in the vaccines can cause string-like structures which the body doesn't break down. The clots found are lacking iron, potassium, magnesium, and zinc, which according to experts shows that these aren't just normal post-mortem clots, because normal human blood always has those nutrients.
Most doctors aren't going to see what I see. I have to get it out there because I feel like humanity might be at stake.
The demand for pure blood, that means without being COVID vaxxed, in 16 countries is skyrocketing. Why? Unvaccinated patients who require transfusions can now access pure blood thanks to a new service called Safe Blood Donations. Safe Blood Donation, which currently has members in at least 16 countries, has the long-term goal of opening blood banks that provide its members with unvaccinated plasma. According to George Della Pietra, the demand for pure blood has skyrocketed globally. A peer-reviewed study in Italy found that 94% of the people who experienced side effects after receiving the mRNA vaccine had abnormal blood and contained foreign matter 1 month after the vaccination. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? Did I just read that correctly? 94% of the people who experienced side effects after receiving the vaccine had abnormal blood and contained foreign matter 1 month after vaccination. The surgeons believe that the vaccine makers should provide an explanation as to what is within the shots and why those components are present. And in doing so, the demand for pure blood is skyrocketing. That means that if you held off for whatever reason, I know some couldn't, and I get that, but if you are the one of the people that held off from getting vaccinated, your blood is worth its weight in gold. Pure blood, stand up. Pure blood, stand up and unite. We knew this day was coming.